I just explained. You hear what I said? What I just explained don't have nothing to do with leadership.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's just the political reality in those states. Joining us now, our brother. We are what 28 days out. I think on the countdown, 28 or 27 days out from election day. He's running for governor of Maryland. We support him. You ought to as well. We've been talking about him every day, and he joins us once again. Ben Jealous for governor of Maryland. Good morning, Ben. How are you?
Good, Mark. Good morning. Good morning.
How you feel, man?
Feel good, man. We got Obama's endorsement. We won the debate. All this has happened since I spoke to you. We had Dave Chappelle in town. We had a bunch of big rallies. It feels like finally the momentum is on our side.
Folks, as a matter of fact, why don't we do this? We have the audio of Dave Chappelle right here. Why don't we take his Dave Chappelle with Ben?
Dave Chappelle introduced Ben Jealous.
Ben and I's fathers were best friends. And my father was Ben's godfather. So if anything would ever happen to Ben's father, then my father had promised his father that he would take care of Ben. And it's a good thing my dad died first because he would have been very poor.
We will end the student debt crisis and pay for it by ending mass incarceration. And yes, Dave, we will provide universal full-day pre-K to Maryland, and we will pay for it by legalizing cannabis for adult use.
That's Ben Jealous along with Dave Chappelle. Where was that, Ben? What venue was that in?
I can't. We had three rallies like that. That was either McGinty's Pub or
Okay.
it was over at the University of Maryland College Park.
Yeah, it looks like University of Maryland. That was in the big auditorium. So, yeah, it looks like it was at U of M. Well, that's great, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. No, it was good. It was good, and it's we're out here just talking about basic kitchen table issues. That frankly unite voters across the state. Often in our state, even unite voters across party, or at least Democrats and Independents, and some Republicans. And we've actually had some folks who voted for Donald Trump switch back to be Democrats for our campaign simply because I'm for universal health care, Medicare for all.
Yeah, yeah. How are we doing in terms of the canvassing and getting the vote out?
We should be up to at least 500,000 doors by now. We were at 400,000 maybe 10 days ago, and we're seeing in places like Baltimore City 150 volunteers on a Saturday, and we have 24 offices open across the state. That's just across two of them. So, we feel good. I mean, this has always been about organized people versus organized money. My opponent is an incumbent Republican. He's taken a lot of money from the pharmaceutical companies, a lot of money from the Koch brothers. His campaign's taking $100,000 from Donald Trump. And then you have our campaign, where the average contribution last quarter was $42. 99% of our money comes from individuals. But less than 1% comes from trade unions and small businesses, and also working people's organizations. This has always been about organized money versus organized people, and organized people is where. Excuse me, brother. It's been a long 500 days.
I can tell, bro. I can hear.
I'm starting. Finally,
You sound like you catching a cold, man.
Hopefully not.
Drink plenty of fluid. This man's been on the road, y'all. Drink plenty of fluid, man.
Yeah, no, I am. Man.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't go to sleep. Now, my uncle Clarence Mitchell III taught me when we're campaigning. It's just a fact. He told me something. I said, Mark, I'm gonna be real honest with you. You cannot go to sleep, and that's the bad part.
Yeah.
So you got to function without the sleep. Every moment that you're awake, you got to be knocking on doors. So I get it. It's gonna be like that, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Exactly right.
But no, you were saying you were saying though. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean it's just by focusing on fully funding education, shifting to Medicare for all, getting our economy that's unstuck, and frankly opening it up to everybody, like opening up government contracting, for example, to everybody in the state. It's 3/4 of women and people of color, women of all color and people of color of all genders, make up 3/4 of the state. We've been told that if we get 29% of the contracts, that will be a big moment, even though we're 75% of the people, which is something, frankly, that you've got to be impatient about, making our economy a more meritocratic than So we've been focused on that. We've been focused on public safety. Opioid deaths are up 160%. The government doesn't have a real plan to get that under control. Healthcare costs have surged 120%, and murders are up 52% statewide, including being up 34% when you don't include Baltimore City. So because we focus on these very basic issues that are important to everybody, we put real plans on the table. It just kind of hit me the other day, Mark, and the big differences between me and this governor is he literally doesn't have one big thing he can take credit for that he pushed through for the entire state. Mm-hmm. Not one big thing, and yet in 1 year, 5 years ago, I helped lead 3. Mm-hmm. Abolishing the death penalty, passing the DREAM Act. I led one. I co-chaired the other, and then helping to pass marriage equality on the ballot. Put together a joint campaign with the Human Rights Campaign. And so, not only do we have plans, but even though he's been governor for 4 years, I actually have more of a track record of getting big things done. And so, we've been talking about our plans, and we've been talking about how to get them done.
Yeah, amen. 20 minutes past the hour. Ben Jealous with us, folks. He's been going door to door. People are canvassing. If you know people in Maryland, have loved ones there, get them out. Now, I don't know, have we passed the deadline to be registered in time in Maryland? Is that Maryland's deadline date passed?
No, it is not passed. It's coming up very quickly, though. So, folks, if you're not registered to vote, you should do it today. And please sign up at benjealous.com. Click on the button volunteer. 24 offices open across the state. They're open 10 to 8 every day. So you don't even have. If you just go to that link and get the list, you can just drop by one of the offices.
Maryland is Tuesday, the 16th. That's the deadline. So, folks, Maryland is the deadline to register. I'm going to put the days up on screen. Folks, if you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, you can see our stream as we talk with Ben. All the days, the states, you can see them right now. Maryland is right there at the bottom of this list. Let America vote. Tuesday, October 16th. That's the anniversary of the Million Man March. Anniversary of John Brown's raid on Harper's Ferry. It's an historic day, October 16th. That is the day. It's my mother's birthday, God rest her soul. That is the last day to register to vote in Maryland. Go to benjealous.com. Tell your loved ones to go to benjealous.com. Because Ben's got this, y'all, if we vote. If we turn out and vote, we don't need to do somersaults. We don't need anybody to do skydiving. We just need to go vote. We just need to go to the polls and vote.
Mark, that is precisely correct. Recently there was a headline that read, Hogan has the polls, Jealous has the numbers, let's see who wins. And, if we showed one thing in the primary where we lost every poll, right up until we won by 10 points, it's that this year is a year where the elections are not being decided by polls and money as much as they're being decided by people voting. And in Maryland, in a general election, Republicans have never succeeded at even getting 900,000 votes for their candidate. And yet Democrats, when we win, we typically do it by turning out more than 1 million voters for our candidate. Mm-hmm. So, in other words, Republicans only win when we don't show up. And so if we vote, we win. It's just that simple.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely critical. I see you've got is it Cory Booker's coming in tomorrow?
Yeah, Corey's going to be here for a fundraiser at Prince George's County College Park, Milk and Honey Cafe at 8 p.m. Encourage folks, everyone, come to a fundraiser for the campaign. It's a great one to stop by. And, Corey's endorsed the campaign. Obama, Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, Kirsten Gillibrand, Bernie Sanders. I mean, it's been an incredible group of national Democratic leaders really representing a broad cross-section of the party, and as well as the entire Maryland congressional delegation and almost every Democratic leader in the state. There have been a few who have supported Hogan, but that's when you have an incumbent Republican, that type of foolishness happens. And quite frankly, Hogan has every advantage that Bob Ehrlich had when he was the incumbent, and Bob lost, and we're planning on hearing that Hogan is a one-term Republican as well.
It seems that happens. Maryland has a history that these Republicans slip in, and then people realize what happens. Like 4 years later, oh my God, we gotta stop this, and hopefully that's the case. Now, what about it? This would be interesting. Is Hogan going to let Trump come in and campaign for him, or is that his kiss of death?
Yeah, no, I think Hogan will likely keep Trump out of the state, although Trump has been here for a fundraiser.
Okay.
And he did raise out $100,000 for Hogan's campaign.
That's not a lot for a president to raise. What about Obama? Is Obama gonna come and campaign in Maryland, Ben? Do you think?
We certainly hope. We certainly hope. With that said, when you're a small state that historically has been a blue state, unfortunately, you're typically not on the so-called battleground states list and the swing states list. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I hope he does. And what about Mark Thompson? Is Mark Thompson going to come in? Yes, he is. Ben, we just doing, Ben and I are friends, y'all. So we do business. Sometimes we don't get to talk, so we have meetings on the radio. Ben, text me Jerusalem's number, if you don't mind, when we hang up, because I need to finalize some things so I can get in there and support you, brother, on the ground in Maryland. Ben Jealous for governor. Last day to register in Maryland is a week from today, October 16th.
Which means do it today, because if you don't do it today, you'll forget. You'll wake up 10 days from now and be like, oh, my God, I forgot.
That's right. And how you doing on money, Ben?
Our ads are up in both markets. We need more money. We got to hire more organizers. We got to pay for more ads. So please, if you haven't given, go to benjealous.com/contribute. Average donation last quarter, $42. 99% of our money comes from individuals. This is your campaign. You can give from any state in the country. So please do. All
right. 866 and it's Ben Jealous, folks. benjealous.com. Folks, this is my brother. He has dedicated his life to the well-being of others. He always has. Maryland has benefited from his leadership at the NAACP. Maryland particularly will benefit from his leadership in the governor's mansion, in the State House. So please, sir, let all your family and friends know in Maryland what you that you want them to vote for and support Ben Jealous for governor of Maryland. benjealous.com. All right, man. Don't lie down now. Get on out there. I told you, Clarence said you can't go to sleep.
Well, amen, man. Amen. And Mark, it's been really, really heartening to see all the folks turning out for this campaign. Parents are just fed up. Public school parents like me with having to lug in drinking water because our kids can't drink out of a water fountain. I was at my son's public school. Fed up with school year starting late because the governor lengthened the school year and, didn't fix the HVAC system, so our kids' classrooms were over 100 degrees, and they had to cancel school repeatedly the first week of school. And they're fed up with leaders who tell them that the richest state and the richest country on the planet, we can't afford to fully fund our schools, even though they see them taking the money, the casino money that was earmarked for increase in school funding, and ultimately through shell games, spending it on other things. So, this is the opportunity for the people of our state to stand up together, people of Maryland to stand up together, and finally make sure that all our kids get a good education and all of us have health care that we can afford.
Yeah, and let's be honest. Your victory in the primary honestly had a lot to do with people's concerns and frustrations with the public school system. I don't think we can discount that. I mean, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but if there was, one of the top issues on primary day, that was it, was it not?
Absolutely. This is all about schools and healthcare and jobs. If we had the job growth of Virginia, Mark, and Maryland had the job growth of Virginia, we would have 40,000 more jobs right now. Here's the punchline. Virginia's job growth is below the national average.
Yeah.
Ours is just way below the national average.
Yeah.
And on education, our schools have fallen in the national rankings every year Larry Hogan's been in office, and healthcare costs have surged every year he's been in office. They're up 120% in 4 years. That means that if you're insured through the Maryland Health Exchange, you're insured through Obamacare, you're paying more than double now than you were when he got in. And those premiums are expensive. Those are hundreds of dollars a month.
Yeah.
So now you're paying much closer to $1,000 a month for the benchmark premium. When he came in office, you weren't even paying $500 a month.
Yeah, yeah. What is Larry Hogan just not interested in job growth in Maryland, or he just doesn't know how to do it?
It really doesn't matter. When you're running small business and investing in other small businesses like me. What's clear is that maybe if Larry Hogan had to run for election every year, he would have done something. Because he is kind of trying this fourth year,
Okay.
But in past years, Mark, when Discovery Channel was calling, saying, "Hey, we just acquired this company called Scripps. They're primarily based in Tennessee. The state of Tennessee keeps calling us, trying to recruit us there. Would you please call us back, Mr. Governor? We'd just like to have a conversation." He didn't return the call for 4 months.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to the tug of war to get a new company relocated to our region into the D or the M or the V of the DMV, Terry McAuliffe, who's endorsed my campaign, would tell you he beat Larry Hogan almost every time, because Hogan doesn't have a plan, and plan beats no plan all day.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's what we're dealing with. Man. That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, no question about it. Folks, we need your support in Maryland. He's on Twitter, also Ben Jealous. I love Chappelle's shirt, Feeling Jealous. I like that.
Yeah.
Y'all ought to work with that. Y'all definitely should work with that. All right, my brother. We'll let you go out there and hit the trail this morning. BenJealous.com, @BenJealous on Twitter, BenJealous on Instagram. He's got a great Instagram account too. So yes, please, man, please, sir, please give money. Call folk in Maryland. Ben, have a great day, man. And if you don't mind, text me that number, okay?
All right, brother.
No, hold it. Wait a minute.
you.
Before you go, one more thing. We're gonna do this right on the spot. Mike's on the line. Mike, you live in Maryland?
Yes, sir.
What you gonna do, bro?
Oh, for Ben.
That's all right. Just want to be clear now.
And everybody else that's blue.
All right. And I know Ben appreciates that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. Well, Mike, thank you for that. And folks, voting is just like driving a car. If you want to go forward, you put it in D. If you want to go backwards, you put it in R. It's just that simple.
Mike, what county you live in?
Montgomery.
You in Montgomery? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. All right, so there you go. BenJealous.com. Ben, thank you, man. And we work it out. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Okay,
you.
doctor. Okay, take care now. 866-99-SIRIUS. 866-997-4748 is the number to call. The people you meet outdoors come in all shapes and sizes. You've got hikers and bikers, thrill seekers and tailgaters, pop-up campers and Class A glampers. But no matter what draws you outside, we've all got something in common, a love for the great outdoors and a love for great TV. At Dish, we hear you. That's why our portable satellite antennas go wherever you go. Catch up on live news, sports, and locals all in HD, anywhere in the continental United States. Plus, only Dish has pay-as-you-go programming with no contracts or credit checks required. Just activate your TV before you hit the road, then pause it when you're done. The Dish Tailgater and Dish Playmaker are fully automated and work without Wi-Fi. They're so lightweight and compact, you can take them anywhere. So call 1-833-TV for RV or visit dishoutdoors.com today. That's 1-833-TV for RV for TV, as flexible as your travel plan. Dish, tuned in to you. Restrictions apply. Call or go online for details. Okay. Ben Jealous for Governor of Maryland. Huh? BenJealous.com. Let's support our brother. All right, we'll take a break. Why don't we? Come right back. SiriusXM Progress 127. Resistance Radio. Get woke and vote. Get ready for impeachment. This is MIP.